said, well, if I have to give him the book, I want to give him the book. He says, all right, let me take care of it. So I find out maybe, I think it was like May 17th, May 15th, that he submitted this motion to squash, where he completely lied to the judge Summarian, and he claimed that my book was actually privileged notes. Now that's a lie, because the book is not privileged notes. So the judge orders him to turn over the manuscript. I believe I contacted him a week after I find out the judge orders him to turn over the manuscript. And I asked him, I said, hey, did you turn over that manuscript? He said, hell no. Why would I do that? Are you crazy? No, if I turn over this.
Well, welcome on into another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. And today we're talking about Cassie. We're talking about what the people want to hear about. Diddy, Cassie, all of these things, right? I believe she was with it, because once you replace her, you know how it goes. But let's get into it.
Manuscript, you're going to blow this case apart. I said, Tyrone, listen, I don't want a problem. Turn over the book. My phone dies. So now when my phone starts back up, I sent him a text message. Listen, brother, I don't want a problem with a federal judge. I'm going to release this book. Turn over the manuscript. I don't believe he still turned over the manuscript to the defense.
And I remember you reaching out because you said, hey, I'm getting ready to write a book and I want to do an interview. Yes, I do plan to testify in favor of Diddy because you were, according to you.
So the guy on the screen, that's one of Cassie's call boy, right? When she want to get her rocks off, that's one of her call boys. And I've been telling people Diddy was going to get off with this one because I don't know what they charging him for. She was with it. At the end of the day, to me, jealousy got in the situation. And I believe that Cassie, when Diddy got Young Miami and got a whole new lineup, and Young Miami was doing her thing, Carisha Please, and this, and that, the third, right? I don't think Cassie liked that. Because remember, she was supposed to be a hit musician. Now, Cassie made some songs, but she wasn't a hit piece, right? Young Miami came through, a little younger, 10 times better. As far as the body figure and all of that, bad that's in the eyes of the believer. You can put a wig on a pig and make her bad if that's what you want to do. Anybody could be bad. If you got nip tuck 90210 surgery, anybody could be considered bad. But to me, a bad woman is a woman that could listen, that aid you onto getting where you need to go, and XYZ. That's it. That's bad to me. But people have converted that definition to whatever they want it to be. So he used to be shebanging and bang-banging Cassie in front of Diddy, right? But guys got ego. So y'all gonna listen to him and let me know what you guys think about this one, because he actually wrote a book. And his book was actually going to show that Diddy didn't force Cassie to do anything. Cassie was just with it, and it was in her nature to want to do those type of extraneous activities with or without Diddy, but that's what she was with. Everyone feeling sad for Cassie. Me, I don't feel sorry for Cassie. Now, as far as the domestic violence, yeah, I get that part, right? But I can't control what the next man do to his woman. Can't control it. If he want to put hands and feet on her, hey, that's him. I don't advise it, but hey, it's like that's what he's willing to do, right? Who knows what she did? Not justifying for her or anything along that nature, right? That's their relationship. Let them do what they do. Let them hash it out. But at the end of the day, this goes to show why attack a man that someone wanted to willingly do these things. But let's continue with this one. Now, shout out to Tasha K for this one. She always got the interviews. Go check her out. I'm gonna leave her YouTube channel in the description.
The main one that Cassie called for almost 10 years of the relationship. And so
another correction. 8 years, because I don't want you to be sued for anything. 8 years she called me.
8 years, okay. And so maybe I got 10 years because they were together 10 years. So I'm just kind of stuck on how long they were together. But I know it took some time for him to warm her up to doing freak offs and things like that. And so, but the judge had ordered too, because we were getting ready to do your interview and help you to promote your book and stuff like that. But then the judge said that you guys couldn't speak to media at all.
Exactly. And so I can't speak to media. You've heard my name mentioned probably a dozen different times in this trial. I'm in the actual freak off videos. Several of the videos, unfortunately, are me covered in baby oil in a room with Cassandra Ventura. I have no clue why they not call Daniel Phillip Daniel Phillip and I were in an orgy with Sean Combs. Okay.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
He went out
Wait
for
a
a
minute.
second.
Yeah, you said Daniel Phillip?
Daniel
Now, pardon the signal because his signal is messed up, but we're going to get on with the program, get on with the show. Leave your thoughts below. Leave your comments down below. Was Cassie with it or not? Was she with it or not? Or do we have to feel empathy? Or she's feeling some type of guilt and remorse after the fact? I think this is after the fact. She's feeling guilt and remorse. But then it's like, how guilty can you feel? How much remorse can you feel when you still married the next man and you still want to go back? You still went to the deal. You like the man. Y'all was in a relationship. He did things that you didn't like. You was jealous. Jealousy was definitely a factor. Ego was definitely a factor, but that was their thing. They was in the swinging life. They like to swing. If that's what they like, that's what they like, right? It doesn't make it right. I don't believe in all of that, but it is what it is, right?
Phillip. I met Daniel Phillip in an orgy at Cassie's apartment in one of the Trump buildings in Midtown Manhattan. I believe it was 2011. That's where I met Daniel Phillip in an orgy where I was called by Cassie to have a sexathon. And basically the goal of this sexathon was for one of us to last the longest. Whoever lasts the longest was gonna become her main boy toy. Tasha K, I see your face. This is the truth. So for 2 days, myself and Daniel Phillip.
I ain't gonna lie, right? But I read the eyes and I read the body language, and it looked like Tasha K is kind of interested in this one, right? Not saying that she is, right? Not saying that she is, but put a one in the chat and she seemed a little bit allured. To me, she seemed a little bit like, interesting. She seemed very much so, I may want to try that. You said how many days? Lord, you know, women will be women, man. Beautiful thing, but hey. Oh, man.
We participated in this sexathon, Sex and Cassie.
She seems so flattered. Hold on, did he? By default, do you think this man kind of winged her? She seemed a little bit like, that was what you say. She seemed a little bit interesting. Like, she need to put her glasses on for real because it might get hot on the internet. Let's continue, though. We just having a little fun. Let's continue. You got to make light of the situation because it is what it is, right?
Daniel Phillip hung in there, but I think it was a Wednesday morning, actually. I think the morning of the wrap-up of the thing, he finally couldn't participate anymore.
Close your mouth, Tasha. You're embarrassing. Close your mouth. My God. She seems so interesting. Or interested. Yikes. Damn, don't she got a husband? That's a whole
not that something's wrong with him. He had been up 2 days. He's back to back having sex with her. He was tired. So he couldn't perform anymore, but I still could. So I finished her off. You know, I end up winning. Diddy comes out the room after he carries her in the other bedroom. He pays Daniel Phillip. Daniel Phillip leaves. He comes to me. He tells me out his own mouth. He says, listen, she said you were the best penis she ever had in her life. Wow, really? He said, yeah. He says, yo, she wants you to come back. She just needs some time to rest.
No, Diddy, right? But can you imagine a next man? This gotta mess with Diddy ego. There's no way, as a man, right? As a man. Don't tell me this don't mess with your ego. That's your John. Well, he's a P, I guess, right? So I guess it wouldn't mess with his ego, but he didn't like something about it, or she liked something about it, to where as though she's praising a man right in front of you. Yikes! It's like, how do you do that? But you know, you got to be built from a different cloth, I'm guessing.
I said, all right. Now I had been there 2 days, Tasha. I needed to go to work. I was an optician. I don't even think I was escorting anymore at the time, because I only started escorting because I was in prison. I got released. I had a great body. I was good with women. So someone hired me to be an escort. So maybe a year or two into it, I stopped. I got a job. I was an optician. I was trying to get my life together. I didn't have time for that, but Cassie paid me so well. It was kind of like a no-brainer. Beautiful woman, $5,000 every time I got to break it down. What? 30
Rico said during our interview last week that the pay was $5,000.
5,000. I only got less than 5,000 one time, and that's the time Diddy drugged me. He gave me $1,500 to go home because I was completely drugged out of my face off of something he gave me. But every other time I got 5,000. The time with Daniel Phillip and winning this orgy, I think I got like $11,000 in total from winning the orgy, then coming back and dusting her off again. I had an extensive history with Cassie. I see your face. You're like, oh my God, yeah.
How many hours did you go?
Oh,
time out. She's too interested in this one. Whoever married to her, come get your girl. She done jumped off the cliff. Put a one in the chat if you believe that Tasha K just jumped off the cliff off of this one. She's interested in it. Very much so. I'm not saying she ended a swing of life, so allegedly. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that she's fascinated by the story, and most people are fascinated by the story. I know a lot of people, a lot of adults, all they do is watch this, like binge watch it, as if I begin to think, well, damn, are you kind of fascinated by it? You know, and most people think I think about women and think about mystery, storytelling, and getting in their brain and their head and their psyche, right? Once a man do that, it's over with. You know, you with her forever, in her head, rent free. It's just at the end of the day, you know, a lot of people physically can do physical things, but the mental thing is a whole nother mindset. You know, it's a whole nother game, right? But let's continue.
Longest I ever had sex with was 4 days in Miami. You had to put your glasses on for that one.
Okay, now hold on for a second. So when you have sex for 4 days, do you stop?
Look into her eyes. Tell me what you see. She put them glasses on like you about to soul snatch her. He in her head already. Godly. She's interested in this one. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think, man. I'm not laughing about the situation. It is what it is. It's water under the bridge. Like I say, it's accountability. Diddy, for as domestic, yeah, I think that was wrong, but that's their business, right? But as far as him being blamed for everything and all of that, I don't believe in all of that, right? I think that people should be accountable for their actions, and that's it. And she still shook him down for $20 million. Like, come on, right? Like, come on, like, let's just be real. So, and the way I see it is, he probably served like 6 years on good time, probably like 3 or 4. So this is water under the bridge. The thing is, the feds got paid, the lawyers got paid. Diddy lost probably over 40 million. Not 40 million, $400 million plus off of this one. But I'm sure he's going to be able to regroup and make it back. And one thing I could say, two things I could say for certain. When he get out, he's going to have the biggest party in the world. And these people are all going to be doing the same thing. Another thing that I wanted to say about this is the Epstein thing, right? I'm going to do a video on that too. Now, with all of these things, and they blaming Diddy for this, blaming Diddy for that, somebody groomed Diddy in order to show him the ropes and the ways, right? Another thing that how I think about this is simply like this. Well, damn, whatever happened to Epstein? All these rich people was doing the same thing. Now, as far as the R word with women, I don't believe in all of that. So Diddy case is a little bit different. He had consent. So that's a whole different vibe. But at the end of the day, whatever happened to Epstein, and people not talking about that. You know, and that's what I don't respect about how things are just one-sided. When it comes to us, oh, we're in a negative light. But when it comes to the other side, oh no, they're in a positive light, even if they did wrong, even if they are Kelly in the situation. I mean, without a consent. So let that, we can laugh, we can talk, we can joke about these things, but let that sink in. That's disgusting to me. That's not honorable to me. But all of these women running around like, holy. But let's continue. We'll cover this for about 5 more minutes. I'm going to leave the link down below because this is an extensive hour video. I got to break this down in probably like 30 pieces.
P, do you take breaks? What happens?
Yeah. It's kind of like, you know something? People don't realize something. Diddy is rich. He's as rich as a king. I don't know if you've ever seen the HBO TV series Rome, like where there was with the Julius Caesar series Rome that they had years ago on HBO.
No, but in light, I'm sure my husband has watched it. He watched all them type of shows. But
okay, a couple of years, HBO had a series, and in this series they had like Cleopatra, Mark Antony. They were smoking opium. They had a bunch of slaves in there that she was sleeping with that had larger members than Mark Antony. This is what a freak off really was. I was made to be completely naked, baby oil, and basically kept on standby for every time Cassie needed to come. And I would be called to make her come. I didn't have to eat her vagina. I didn't have to kiss her, even though she kissed me, which is disgusting now that I know she was letting people urinate in her mouth.
Right.
But this is the whole point of
Hey, one thing I can say about Tasha though, Tasha do got a little character. She got a little character on. She got a little character. That's why she have a successful show. She's her for real, right? She's her for real. But imagine, man. Imagine for all you fellas out there, and the next thing you know, you're showing her into booty pies. And she come and say, well, hey, honey, how you doing? That's a situation now, isn't it? Make a man think,
Oh my God, man. Oh my God.
Keep going. You are an excellent storyteller, and we look forward to
Very
this
much
book.
so.
I'm gonna give you a week's worth of promotion on this
Very
book
much so.
across all my platforms. That is on me for keeping you.
Man is studying to be a lawyer, very much so. He's well with his broken words and all of that. He had me entertained. So this was actually great. Great coverage. Great storytelling. We're here for the story now, ain't we?
Word for coming through here and for dropping this wine. We are going to heavily promote. Get his ass on the roster. Go ahead, keep going. Okay.
I promised you I would tell you the truth because that's what this is about. You know, Diddy might have did a lot of bad stuff. He's horribly abusive to women. We all know this. This is his track record, but he does not deserve an unfair trial.
And this is what I must agree with. I'm not saying that him being abusive and all of that to women, that's a whole nother thing, right? You got to take accountability for that as far as a man. But when it comes time when you pushing everything else on the man, come on now, it's an agenda.
If there's evidence that says that Cassie's involved, they should not be holding that to make her look like this holier than art thou battered woman. He was abusive. He was abusive. But he wasn't abusive because she didn't want to have sex. That's the exact opposite. He was abusive because he would catch us having sex behind his back. She would emasculate him about his penis size because he's
so that's what it was. It was the he telling her as far as direction, she wasn't following directions. Yeah, he let her do whatever she wanted to do, but it had to been on his accord. Oh, so she was sneaking and geeking. Makes sense. Can make a man lash out now, wouldn't it? Because you got to think about power. You got all that money, right? The only thing that you actually truly desire after all the money is actual control, which is a form of power, right? Which is one of the ultimate forms of power. Wouldn't you agree? Leave your thoughts down below.
not that big. She would always get smart with him. And Diddy, from what I saw, Diddy is although he's incredibly successful, he's incredibly insecure. His ego is on everything. He would compete with me to try to sleep with Cassie better than me while he was paying me to do it, which was insane. An example, let's say I'm having sex with her. She comes, she's laying in the bed. She's like, oh my God, shaking. I usually would get up and stand off to the side to let him watch her react to coming. He would jump on top of her right after and try to have sex with her, I guess, to make her come again. Now,
yeah, he insecure off that one. Let her breathe, man. Let her breathe, right? Like, put in your own work. Whatever happened to put in your own work? You can make her shake too. You can make her do the Harlem Shake. Whatever, huh? That's the part I don't get. But let's continue. The story is very interesting, isn't it? Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also, I'm going to put in the description the whole video. Y'all go check out Tasha K with this one. She did her thing with this interview right here. Hopefully she don't get sued or anything along that nature. But she's known for getting sued. My God. I don't know how she's still standing. But let's continue.
I'm 3 times larger than him, I would probably say, just off a glance. I've never had a sexual relationship with him. I need to say that because you have a
well said.
in a room with this guy for 8 years. So it's like playing on basketball.
Hey, the screen froze. And Tasha K said, come back now. The story too lit. This man, hey, we gotta get this man a better connection. Must be get this man a better connection. He needs our Starlink. At this point, the story's so good, he needs Starlink. The man know the details. The man talk about it. The man putting his own little jazz to it, his own pizzazz to it, a hint of lime to it. Maybe add a little coconut. The man is doing his thing. But pay attention to Miss Lady. Miss Lady.
Imagine being able to build.
This lady tripped me out. She tripped me out the whole time. Tasha K, you tripped me out the whole time.
A sexual relationship with him. I need to say that because you have a
Listen, come back. Listen to Tasha.
Keep going.
Keep going.
in a room with this guy for 8 years. So it's like playing on basketball. When you're walking around with people in the basketball team, you're going to see things you don't want to see. So unfortunately, I saw Sean Combs' member. It's not big. So I believe Cassie when she said, yo, listen, my husband has a small penis. I'm hiring you because you can satisfy me. He likes to watch. I had absolutely no reason to doubt that she was telling the truth to that.
Did he have a micro penis or something?
It just was small, you know. He big pockets, little member. That's just what it was, man. He big pockets, you know.
Mic drop. This man said big pockets, little members. This man said big pockets, little member though. I tell you, man, money ain't everything. Money is everything in a sense where you need it to be, you know, live your life and be at a certain repertoire in life, right? Yes. It's correct to say money can get you there 90% of the things. But we're talking about I know plenty of women that they living in a fancy house, nice car, husband, take care of everything, but they're not getting pleased in the manner that they do. So now they hollering at the pool boy or the person that's coming to fix the stove. Y'all get it? Dirty game. Wicked game now, isn't it? Right? So yes, money is a factor, right? But it's not, you can't take the money with you. Remember that. But what they do want is they do want that thing. You know, they want that thing. It's just in their nature. Y'all gotta understand women. It's in their nature. They're highly promiscuous. It's just women. If you understand and you get women, you know that they can go 30 more rounds more than you can as a man. As a man, after the first, second round, it's like boom, bye. We're actually done off all of that. You know, like we got things to do. You know, they always know you coming back. You coming back later tonight. It's like later tonight, ma'am. It is nighttime. What you want me to do? A 24-hour dash? It's like yikes. But you know that's what make them right?
Women don't care. No disrespect. Women don't care when you got a lot of money. Listen, you got a lot of money. We can get around it. He got enough money. She was a young, horny girl. She liked to have sex, and this was the arrangement. He took her around. They would have these freak-offs because she was into the swinger lifestyle. She tried to take me to strip clubs. She invited me to swinger parties. She would talk to me about the lifestyle and how her and Sean like to sometimes get together and get with other couples. So I was completely dumbfounded when I heard the fact that she was saying she was made to have these sexual relationships. And I'm like, when? I saw you being forced. I never saw you being afraid. The only time I saw you afraid is when he was.
And that's the part that you got to realize. She wasn't forced to do any of these things. That's what I've been saying for a while. I just look at her. I could just tell she wasn't forced. She wanted to be with the lifestyle. She wanted to be part of the whole thing. How they met. You got to think about how they met. Like, a lot of people don't know that her guy friend used to work for Diddy, or her boyfriend used to work for Diddy as far as in the music industry, right? He introduced her to Diddy. Diddy took her. She wanted a lifestyle, she wanted the fame, she wanted the fortune. She was actually willing to do whatever. Boom. There you go. So why everybody feeling sad for her? Why? Why crucify Diddy and put her on the pedestal? That's what I don't. That's what we can't do that at all. You can't crucify Diddy and put her on the pedestal. No, that don't work. Obviously, the truth is unraveling now, isn't it?
Catch you nutting behind his back when you told me to do it. So what are you talking about, you know?
Nothing behind his back. So
Now I'm gonna leave it as there because this language is very explicit, and I know YouTube probably gonna try to cut this down or whatever. But anyway, the description, the full video is going to be in the description, so you guys go check Tasha K out. I just wanted to do a reaction video with this one to let y'all know Cassie was really with it at the end of the day, and most are. So on that note, peace, blessings, and love. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, go check out my merch store as well. I appreciate you guys for tuning on in. Have a wonderful day, and I have to head to class. It's 11 o'clock.